Sprouting involves germinating seeds so you can easily digest them. This is a great thing to do because sprouts are loaded with vitamins, minerals, amino acids, and phytochemicals, and adding a handful to your salad every day can improve your nutrition. In fact, sprouts are so nutritious that many people consider them a superfood. Sprouting might seem mysterious, but it's actually very easy. It takes just 5 days to do and only 5 minutes of your time per day. You don't need to be a gardener or even have a yard to start sprouting. And if you've ever tried buying sprouts at a health food store, you can already imagine how much money it saves to do it yourself. Not to mention that your sprouts will be fresher and better. Sprouting really is a simple and inexpensive way to get the benefits of organic greens. It can even be fun. Now there are different kinds of sprouts. You can grow green leafy sprouts, you can also sprout grains, or you could sprout beans. Green leafy sprouts are the most nutritious and the easiest to digest. Here we have some alfalfa seeds, which are going to grow into green leafy sprouts. The first step is to soak them for 4 to 8 hours in water. You only need 3 tablespoons of alfalfa seeds for a quart-sized jar. That's how much they're going to expand and grow. So I'll put them in the jar. Then at this point, I would fill the jar with water and soak them for 4 to 8 hours. Next, I need to drain off the water. The easiest way to do that is to use a mesh top. You can get these mesh tops online or at health food stores, and if you don't have one, just use some cheesecloth with a rubber band around it. With the mesh top or cheesecloth, I can just turn the jar upside down and all the water is going to drain out. So my next step after I've drained them, then I would give them a little rinse, drain them again, is I want the seeds to continue to drain. So I would put them upside down on a dish rack. That way they're at an angle and they can keep draining any remaining water on them. So I would just do that, just drain them on a dish rack. And then they're going to sprout, and all I need to do is to rinse them once in the morning and once in the evening. So every morning and evening I fill this with water, give it a little shake, and the more the sprouts grow, the more vigorously I'm going to need to shake it to rinse it, and then I just drain it and put it on that dish rack again. And that's all you need to do. And the seeds don't need direct light at this point. If they are by a window, it's fine, but they don't need to be. And they just need to be at room temperature, not too hot, not too cold. They'll continue to grow and fill the jar, and the whole process takes about 4 days. So after 4 days, they'll fill the jar. So then at this point, what you want to do is remove the hulls, which are the little bits of seed that remain on the sprouts, and you want to turn the sprouts green. So here's how to do that. To remove the hulls, I'm going to put the sprouts in a bowl filled with water. And I'm just going to swish them around. And all those hulls are going to go to the sides of the bowl and to the bottom. You can kind of see them separating out. So now what I'm going to do is go over to the sink. So I'll just lift these sprouts out and I'll pour out the remaining water. Okay, so I've put the sprouts back in the jar after removing the hulls. Now I need to turn them green. So all I do is put this jar by a window for 2 days, and I continue to rinse the sprouts morning and evening. And in 2 days, they're going to turn a deeper green color because the chlorophyll is going to develop. Then to store the sprouts, all I do is just drain them really well and store them covered in the refrigerator. I can keep them in this jar, or I could line a container with some paper towels so that the sprouts continue to drain and stay dry in the refrigerator. There's so many different ways to serve sprouts. You can add them to salads, you can garnish soups and vegetable dishes with them. You could even make a salad entirely out of sprouts if you don't have lettuce available. I think there's something especially enjoyable about sprouts. They're crunchy, refreshing, and good for you. And they're even more enjoyable when they're the result of your own work. Sprouting is the best kind of work. It's easy to do, doesn't take much time or skill, and your rewards come quickly.